This week in synagogue, we read the most embarrassing story in the Torah for the Jewish people. Do you know what it is? Shalom, my friends. Yes, a very embarrassing story indeed. If you guessed that I am talking about the story of the golden calf, you are correct. And this year, I read the story through a new lens. As you know, if you have seen my recent videos, I am in the midst of a period of transition. I can share that things are progressing well in that arena, and I hope to have everything settled in the relatively near future. But oddly enough, the closer I get to the end of the process, the more impatient I get for it to be over. And when I look at the golden calf story this year, I see a story about the dangers of impatience. The beginning of the story's first sentence is usually translated something like, when the people saw that Moses was so long in coming down from the mountain, the people gathered against Aaron, and it goes on from there. But although that is the most widely used translation, I don't think it's the best one, because the Hebrew word translated here as was so long is grammatically related to the word for shame. So therefore, I prefer a unique translation of this verse by the scholar Everett Fox, who renders it this way. Now the people saw that Moses was shamefully late in coming down from the mountain, so the people assembled against Aaron. In either translation, we get the point. The people are waiting for Moses to return to them, and they are impatient. Not only are they impatient, they're also afraid. They say in that first verse, that man Moses who brought us from the land of Egypt, we don't know what has happened to him. And what happens next is a warning about where this combination of impatience and anxiety can take you. What they are missing is their leader, a human being named Moses. But they don't ask Aaron to appoint a new leader or to become the new leader in his brother's place. Instead, they say, make us a god who shall go before us. Right. And the result is the infamous violation of the Torah's ban on idolatry, the golden calf. Had the Israelites simply been able to wait a little longer, Moses would have returned. But instead, their fear and impatience led them to idolatry, which didn't solve their problem at all. And that's precisely the problem with acting out of fear and impatience. It's all too easy to end up with a false solution. How do we avoid repeating our ancestors' infamous error? First, know that some fear and anxiety in the face of uncertainty is human nature. And so is the desire to end that anxiety as quickly as possible. But we have to be aware that that can tempt us into leaping at the first potential solution that comes to mind. Build us a god. Right. And all too often, that first impulse is not the best choice. So remember this. You will probably have to live with the result of your decision much longer than you would have had to live with some anxiety. Are you a person who can claim patience as one of your virtues? Have you ever rushed a decision out of fear or impatience or both? I would love to read your thoughts on this video in the comments box. I certainly hope you found this video worthy of consideration, or at least enjoyed watching it. If you did, please be so kind as to give it a thumbs up on YouTube. It's really helpful. It puts the video in front of more viewers. But the main thing is, if you have not already subscribed, please subscribe to the Rabbi Study. You need to be logged into YouTube to subscribe. But assuming you are, push us over 900 subscribers. Subscribe to the channel. Click on my face right over there. Or if you haven't made up your mind yet, watch our last video by clicking on its icon right over there. As ever, until next time, Shabbat Shalom.